Hey, y'all. Welcome to the Blue Plate Special. It's real live music right here in downtown Knoxville. Coming up in the second half of the show, we've got Becki Grace Livingston. But right now, here's Alicia Harvey.
We were instantly friends when we met, late to class, but you always sat next to me. I knew this would be friendship deep and true. At 19, I knew you were my best friend. I didn't think it had to end, but you walked away. Said time goes by and people change, and it's just like you never knew my name. You moved away and started your new life, and I admit I wasn't happy in mine, so I said some things that I didn't mean. Oh, I admit I wanted everything. You were my best friend. I didn't think it had to end, but you walked away. You said time goes by and people change, and it's just like you never knew my name. I tried to say I'm sorry for the hurtful things I said. You brushed it off, said it's okay instead. I know that you have your new life and I have mine, but at least we had a shorter window of time. You were my best friend. I didn't think it had to end, but you walked away. Said time goes by and people change. Now it's just like you never knew my name. You were my best friend, but you walked away. You were my best friend. Thank you. My name's Alicia Harvey. Thank y'all for coming today. We appreciate you being here. And this song I'm going to play for you next is actually my single that just released yesterday on all of the streaming platforms. This is called Losing. Met you down in my favorite bar. You asked me to walk you to your car. Before I knew it, I was head over heels, driving to your house, hell on wheels. Barely made it in the screen door. You threw your keys on the floor. Sparks flying, we were going too fast. Woke up the next day, broke and trashed. Losing my mind, losing my money. Used to have both till you took the money. Everything I need, most of what I want, lost and never found. Now that you're all gone, saw you out with your friends. I had to have you again. You left them to come with me, blinded by the love anyone could see. Better than a drug at any price. Yeah, you fooled me once, now you're fooling me twice. Jumped on my bike, rode away from me, left me with only one shot of whiskey. Hey, losing my took them, honey. Everything I need, most of what I want, lost and never found. Now that you're all gone. Then you showed up knocking at my door. I should've known better than to let you in with more to want and more to take. I'm gonna throw this caution to the wind. Hey, losing my mind, losing my money. Used to have both till you took them, honey. Everything I need, most of what I want, lost and never found. Now that you're gone. Hey, losing my mind, losing my money. Used to have both till you took them, honey. Everything I need, most of what I want, lost and never found. Now that you're all gone. Now that you're all gone, baby, you're gone. Whoa, now that you're all gone. Thank you.
That's Alicia Harvey on the WDVX Blue Plate Special. So that's your brand new single?
It is.
And it's going to be on an album that you're working on, right?
I've got an album coming out hopefully at the end of the year, my first debut album, so that's in the works right now.
How can people keep up with when that's going to come out and how they can get it and all that kind of stuff?
You can go to my website, aharveymusic.com, or you can follow me on all the socials, aharveymusic, and constantly posting about that. There's a pre-order going on. You can pre-order to help fund the album, so that's going to speed up when it's released as well, you know, with that pre-order. So.
All right. Well, you know, a lot of people think everybody moves from Knoxville to Nashville to play music, but you moved from Nashville to Knoxville. Maybe not to play music, but you're a Knoxvillian now, right?
Yeah, I've been here about 8 years now, doing the music scene out here for about the last 4, and it's been a good move for me, for sure.
Well, you grew up in Nashville. You grew up around a lot of country music, and I think we can hear that in your style there. Tell us a little bit about your journey. So you haven't been playing professionally that long, but you've played music a long time.
Yeah, I started playing guitar when I was about 9 years old. Nobody in my family really played much, but just started playing. My mom, she was like, "Do you want to take some guitar lessons?" Sure, why not? So I started taking lessons and just playing here and there. Nobody ever really told me I could play or sing, so I just did it, you know, out of the love for it. But, you know, my journey ended up leading me here, so here we are.
Here we are. Well, very good. Well, you're playing tonight, so tell us a little bit about that show. Not tonight, this week. You're playing this week, Thursday, at the Open Chord.
Yep, I'm opening for an artist named Pete Schlegel. And that'll be at 7 o'clock at Open Chord, so looking forward to that.
All right, and you play around quite a bit, so folks can follow your calendar and keep up with you at aharveymusic.com, as you said. Well, great. Well, let's get some more music.
Yeah, all right, sounds good. So this next song I'll play for you, it's a true story. My grandmother was the type of lady you did not mess with. She carried a gun on her hip. But she owned a bar in the late 80s in a bad part of Nashville, which it's still kind of a bad part of Nashville. But anyways, my mom was big and pregnant with my brother, and here I was getting potty trained at this bar. You know, if that's not a country song, I don't know what is. But anyway, this is called Gun-Totin' Granny. Granny owned a bar back in the day. She called it Brand X over Nashville way. Sometimes she slept in the camper out back. When I was a kid, that's where I take my nap. My gun-toting granny from Tennessee. Best not to mess with her or her family. She taught us how to fight, stood up for what was right. No doubt about what she hated, what she liked. I grew up under those neon lights, serving cold beer, yep, most every night. I was so young, you knew it wasn't right. It's still in my blood, that's why I'm singing here tonight. with her or her family. She taught us how to fight, stood up for what was right. No doubt about what she hated, what she liked. Hustling for quarters to spin that jukebox. I knew all the regulars and the drinks that they bought. Singing George Strait and learning to shoot pool. My granny's place, that was my honky-tonk school. My gun-toting granny from Tennessee. Best not to mess with her or her family. She taught us how to fight, stood up for what was right. No doubt about what she hated or what she liked. My honky-tonk granny, she was always on my side. Thank you. So I'm going to bring it down a little bit and try not to depress you too much, but you know, that's what country songs do, right? They depress you a little bit sometimes. But unfortunately, I lost my mom about a year ago, and it was sudden and very unexpected. She was my biggest supporter, and even surprised me one time in Knoxville at a show. Didn't even know she was coming. Here she comes at 11 o'clock at night, and I was like, Mama, what are you doing? But definitely my biggest supporter. But losing her it's been a very hard thing, and trying to navigate a grief of losing a parent is definitely something that you don't know until you go through it. And I've not always been the nicest trying to deal with my grief to the ones that I love. You know, you're just trying to navigate these emotions, and, you know, sometimes I'm irritable, I'm not nice, and I'm trying to always be a better person, always trying to better myself and go to therapy, things like that. And so I kind of wrote about that, about being a better me. So this is called Better Me, and these songs will be on the album coming out. Since the day that we met, you helped me see who I could be more than anyone had yet. And I'm working on a better me. Don't always know the right words to say, and I'm sorry when they feel so mean. Thank God you're still here today. And I'm working on a better me. It's been the worst year from hell. Wish I could send it back. Mama left me too soon. I wasn't ready for that. And the way I've been acting, there ain't no excuse. I'll walk through this valley to be with you. I know that there's a hole in my heart. Sometimes it's tough to see, to find my way out of the dark. And I'm working on a better me. It's been the worst year from hell. Wish I could send it back. Mama left me too soon. I wasn't ready for that. And the way I've been acting, there ain't no excuse. I'll walk through this valley to be with you. They say time heals all wounds. Well, maybe that's true, but I'm not there yet. I swear I'll always love you. It's been the worst year Wish I could send it back. Mama left me too soon. I wasn't ready for that. And the way I've been acting, there ain't no excuse. I'll walk through this valley and be with you. Yeah, I'll walk through this valley and be with you. Thank you. Appreciate it. So let's see. What have I not sung? We'll do this one. This is, like I said, it's going to be on the album. All these songs are. This song is a love story. It's not my exact story, but who knows? It could be yours. This is called Out of the Blue. Standing out on that coast, watching the tide come in, thinking of you and where we were back then. Looking out over the waves, I'm feeling that breeze, remembering that moment you said you love me, meaning my chance I didn't have a plan. You asked me to go for a drive. You took my hand into the night. There we are, looking up at the stars on that same coast. Yeah, you know and you know. I feel your breath against my skin. It takes me back to that summer when you fell for me and I fell for you. Out of the blue. Driving down the highway, I feel you looking at me. As your hair blows in the wind, I feel that heat. I can see it now. This life is where I wanna be. Yeah, I know you belong with me. There we are, looking up at the stars on that same coast. Yeah, you know it and I feel your breath against my skin. It takes me back to that summer when you fell for me and I fell for you. Out of the blue, hey, out of the blue, out of the blue, ooh, out of the blue. Thank y'all. I've had a good time with you guys today, and this is going to be my last song. This one did not make the album, actually. Wasn't going to play it, but hey, we're going to do it. This is, you know, how people sometimes can be negative and just not nice. And, you know, there's that saying that don't throw shade to me, you know. So me and a friend of mine, we wrote this song about that. Well, two friends of mine. And we wrote Shade, so here you go. Driving down the highway, sun on my face, having a good day. I'm singing tonight under the spotlight. Then you came my way. No need to be rude with your bad attitude. That's just ugly dude bringing us all down. Don't throw your shade my way. Your negativity ain't wanted here. If you can't say something nice, tell it to your beer. I asked you nicely, I asked you twicely, don't miss, behave. Do you kiss your mama with that look on your face? Don't rain on my parade. No need to be rude with your bad attitude. That's just ugly dude bringing us all down. Don't throw your shade my way. Your negativity ain't wanted here. If you can't say something nice, tell it to your beer. Don't throw your shade my way. Your negativity ain't wanted here. If you can't say something nice, you can't say nothing nice. Tell it to your beer. Thank you so much.
That's Alicia Harvey on the WDVX Blue Plate Special. She's playing this Thursday at the Open Chord. You can find out more about that and keep up with her music at aharveymusic.com. We're going to take a minute here and switch over the stage for the next band, and while we do that, I'm going to tell you a couple of things. First of all, support for the WDVX Blue Plate Special comes from the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, the Tennessee Arts Commission, Barley's Knoxville, and Visit Knoxville. And of course, we do this show 6 days a week, every day except for Sunday. So we've got a lot of shows coming up. Coming up next Monday on the 7th, we've got Kate Curley along with Melanie A. Davis. On the 8th, we've got Eddie Clendington and the Blue Ribbon Boys. On the 9th, a Blue Plate Special favorite, Dave Edgar and friends will be joining us. Still working on the 10th, but then next Saturday we'll be back again. Well, let's see, I can't count my days. Next Friday, Davy and the Midnights. Usually my list has all the way through next Saturday, but it doesn't today. It ends on Friday. So I'll be back next Saturday to host the Blue Plate. What I do know about next Saturday is that we have a couple of other great shows coming up. One of the shows that I host called Kids Stuff, which is a show for kids I'll have a special guest named Anna Uptain, who's going to be joining me right here on this stage at 10 o'clock. It's a show for families. Come on out, kind of like a Blue Plate for families at 10 o'clock. Then I'll be sticking around to host the Blue Plate after that. We also, on that same Saturday, next Saturday the 12th, we've got our last summer session concert. The ORNL summer sessions are finishing up at A.K. Bissell Park in Oak Ridge. At 6 p.m., it's free. We've got Ferd Band, the Tillers, the Hog Slop String Band, and Sierra Hull. So that is quite a lineup. So more free live music from WDVX. Looks like we are set to go in the sound booth. I think we're set to go up there on the stage. So we're going to get going with our second act. Let's have a big hand, big welcome for Becki, Grace. Whoop. Hold on. We had a whole little band meeting. I got to be part of the band meeting and decide how we were going to introduce them, and then I forgot to look at it. So let me find it here on my sheet of paper. What do we decide? Oh, wrong side of my sheet of paper. Becki, Grace, and Sidewalk Dandelions. Let's give them a big welcome.
Thank you.
I don't wanna get lost in songs about nothing. I don't wanna move through life without a thought. Oh, fellow driver, need to be alive. I wanna make an impact on this world. The news and keep calm. I have to use my voice and backbone to be strong. For every person who isn't heard, come sing along. You deserve a voice, don't shy away.
Thank you all so much.
That's Becki Grace and Sidewalk Dandelions on the WDVX Blue Plate Special. I believe it was a little darker in here. I could have been transported to maybe the Avalon Ballroom in San Francisco,
Wow.
1967.
That's very nice.
Yeah, fun stuff, groovy.
Yeah.
Well, welcome. I believe all of you have been on this stage, but not as this band in this incarnation. So, yeah, let's talk about that a little bit.
Okay.
Becki, tell us a little bit about your musical journey.
Okay.
And how you came to this band being on this stage on this day.
Okay. So it started 40 years ago when I first joined the stage with my mom and two older sisters to sing four-part harmonies at church. And they just told me what to sing and to not switch parts. And somehow I did that as a 3-year-old. And so I don't really remember learning how to sing. But I grew up in church singing in the choir and having solos and doing musicals, and then in school with the choirs and the auditioned ensembles and drama. And after high school, I didn't have much of a musical outlet, so I became the karaoke queen and had a lot of fun with that. And that's actually when I started singing with this guy right here, Mr. Oslo Cole. And he got me up singing with him in his solo act. Periodically, I'd get up and do a couple of songs with him. And then one of his former band members, Jason Perry, plucked me to help out with the show. And we did one rehearsal with the Jason Perry Blues Band, and they asked me to join the band, which was my first band. And that was only in 2011, so it's not been that long. And it will depend on how you look at it and how old you are. So I wasn't able to stay with that band because I was in school, and it was about 1.5 years later that my husband, Jeff Livingston, and I started 3 Mile Smile with his best friend, Geezer Sims. And the three of us were 3 Mile Smile. And then Geezer left the band because we were playing too much. He couldn't keep up with a name like Geezer, right? And so, so Jeff and I started writing original music as 3 Mile Smile and debuted our first album at Rhythm and Blooms Music Festival in 2015, where he proposed on stage during our set at Lock Salon, so that was really precious. And then 2.5 years ago, he was killed in a car accident, and I had to learn how to have a new relationship with music, which is still complicated. And so I became a solo artist for the first time in my life, and I've spent the past year and a half going to open mic nights and trying to get comfortable standing alone in front of a microphone, which I've kind of related to standing alone in the face of grief. I'm surrounded by people, but nobody knows what my experience is. And that's where I met Tom Smith here on bass at Singer-Songwriter Nights. And my buddy here, Matt Montgomery, played on our 3 Mile Smile's last album that we released after my husband passed away. And we actually did that on his birthday 2 years ago, which is August 7th. We played everybody who recorded on the album got together, and we played the album from beginning to end. And that was the end of 3 Mile Smile. And so I've not really known where to go or what to do or kind of how I want to approach it until now. And so I called these wonderful friends and Mr. Andrew Bryant back here on drums. Had these wonderful friends come play with me, and they're really nice and say nice things about me and to me, and I'm really grateful for their amazing talent and happy to be here. So tonight we're actually having the 3rd annual Jeff Livingston Birthday Memorial at the Corner Lounge at 7 p.m., and that's why we're here. That will be various artists, Heidi Gilson, Oslo Cole, Greg Faulkner, gosh, I'm blanking on names now. It'll be Stevie and Jennifer Jones, the Perkles, Pale Root, Southern Cities, thank you. I knew I was leaving somebody out. And then we will close the night, this band together. And we have a special surprise for tonight's show. So if you're here now and you want to come later, come, because it'll be a little different.
All right, great. And you can keep up with what you all are doing probably best on on Instagram, right?
At Becki Grace on Instagram.
And it's
I'll
Becki with
figure
an
out-
I.
It is Becki with an I,
Yeah.
so people can find me. And I'll figure out what we're doing with Sidewalk Dandelions and work on getting that stuff put together later. I just had to get to today.
Yes, yes. And if you want to check out 3 Mile Smile, there is still a website, 3milesmileband.com with the letter, I can't talk, the number 3 as a number instead of
It is a number.
written out. Yes, yes. Well, it is a number, written as a number, 3milesmile.com. All right, well, yeah. Well, let's get some more music.
Okay. This next one is called Do I Look Worried? It's a bluesier tune. Say if I'm not careful, you just might leave. Tell me that you'll leave me high and dry. Said I'm nothing without you. Take everything you bought when you go. Do I look worried to you? Do I look worried to you? I'm not worried over you. 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 Leave me with nothing, so for all these years. Said you gave me the best time of my life. Think I'll never amount to anything. Told me no one would love me like you do. Do I look worried to you? Do I look worried to you? I'm not worried over you. 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 Spent all my money, couldn't hold a job. You made me pay all the bills too late. You never touched me the way I like. You didn't even remember my birthday. That's bad. But do I look worried to you? Do I look worried to you? I'm not worried over you. 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 Thank you all so much. This next one is called Stay. It doesn't mean what you think it means. Listen. that little girl you found down on the floor. I'm not afraid of the dark anymore. I don't want what I can't have. Let me show you to the door. You never helped me at the right angle. You never rubbed me the right way. You don't make me love you anymore. Please just go your own way. Stay strong, stay wrong. Just please, please stay gone. Every time I said goodbye, I meant it. It was my hello that was insincere. You won't catch me crying, oh darling. I'm cutting my losses. Let it be. You never helped me at the right angle. You never rubbed me the right way. You don't make me love you anymore. Please just go your own way. Stay strong, stay wrong. Just please, please stay gone. You can spend the rest of your life kicking yourself for me. You never knew how good you had it. I've aired my grievances, now leave. You never helped me Thank you all so much.
That's Becki Grace and Sidewalk Dandelions on the WDVX Blue Plate Special. I believe they have one more song for us, but before we get to that, I want to thank you all for coming out. Thank everybody who's listening and watching out there. And let's have another big hand for our first act, Alicia Harvey. Alicia's playing on Thursday at the Open Chord, and you can keep up with her at aharveymusic.com. These folks up on the stage are playing tonight, along with a bunch of other folks at the Corner Lounge, the Jeff Livingston Memorial Birthday Party. What we didn't mention before is it's also a fundraiser for another Knoxville musician. Tell us a little bit about that.
Thank you. So one of our friends, J.C. Hahn, was in a side-by-side ATV accident last September that left him paralyzed. He has exorbitant medical bills, just, as you can imagine, through the roof. And so he, through his treatment, has been able to walk again, which is just miraculous. But he's still not able to work, and he's still not able to play music. And so we're still trying to help him with his medical bills. Our music community is very loving and supporting. In fact, the Jerry Garcia Birthday Bash on Market Square tonight found out about our event and our fundraiser, and they decided to raise funds for J.C. Hahn as well. And so if you can't go, but you want to contribute to this beautiful cause, you can send money directly to JC through Venmo. It's JC-Hahn, Haun. And that'll go straight to his pocket. That doesn't have anything to do with me. Tonight we're raising funds. We're asking people to bring plenty of money to spend, to tip, to donate, and to have a good time. And just lift each other up in music and heal in our music. And that's what JC's trying to do. That's what I'm trying to do.
All right. So again, that's tonight at the Corner Lounge at 7 o'clock. And Becki, you're kicking things off and then finishing things up with these folks, right?
Yeah. So I start solo. I'm going to play a few songs since I've been working on that for the last year or so. And then this is actually kind of our debut. We've only had one rehearsal earlier this week, and now we're playing 2 shows on it, and that just speaks to the caliber of musicians that are up here. They are phenomenal, are they not? I love these guys.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, let's get one more song.
Okay. This is one of my favorites. This was my husband's favorite song on our last album. Let's see. There we go. Are you ready? Kick it off. Be haunted by Tom Petty. He was the last human voice. Spent the last 6 months in Century City, where even the losers get lucky. So this is how the world has changed. So this I was born a rebel too. Put the music down where my head is at, and don't be afraid of the backlash. I'm in there for the long haul. Yeah, I'm in there for the long haul. Be haunted by Tom Petty. I wanna be haunted by call up Jeff and Bob, sing some Wilbury tunes, waltzing around the room all night. It's good and it's real. It moves, it heals. I wanna be hung by Tom Petty, out among where wildflowers grow, by a house in the woods, or a cabin down below. Like he said, music is probably the only real magic I've encountered in my life. I wanna be haunted by Tom Petty. 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 Thank you all so much. This is a great crowd.
It's Becki Grace and Sidewalk Dandelions live music right here in downtown Knoxville. They'll be closing things out tonight at the Corner Lounge. The Jeff Livingston Memorial Show starts at 7. Hope you'll join us next time for more real live music on the WDVX Blue Plate Special. But right now, I'm going to throw it back into the studio.